Hello, people of the Earth, and welcome back to Let's Play Super Mario Maker. Actually, I won't be playing for very much. As you can see, I've been doing some prep work. But either way, this is part 9, and I am AccuForest, and I'm here to take you, as I said on the last vlog, I was going to take you on a little tour of how to make video games. More specifically, how to make video games successful. No, wait, that's not the right thing. I don't know how to make a successful video game. I've never been there. How to make successful level making is what I'm looking for in this part, to be more specific. I am not ready for this. But basically, I have done a little prep work. Last weekend, I didn't get to upload anything because I was busy, and this part needed prepping. This may be the last part that I do actually make anything at all, but we'll see. I mean, I said that last time, and lo and behold, we're here again. And this comes pretty much from Nintendo. They're the inventors of video games, practically, or at least the rebirth of them, and the dawn of the platform game. And they're pretty much the masters, and the stuff that they were doing back when they first started are still being implemented today when it comes to decent level creations. So basically, the idea is you're supposed to give your level a certain mechanic, a certain gimmick, a certain aspect of it, but you don't place it in a threatening manner. Say for example here, we're using the new Super Mario Bros. U for this because I haven't used that yet for creations. So here I have a simple mechanic. You start off and look, immediately you see arrows pointing up, you know, these things. So, and then you've got a platform going around in a circle here. And then you've got all the question mark blocks and whatever. It's a simple, elegant design. It gets people used to the idea of what they're going to see in your level, which is going to be this stuff. Now what you do is, there's 3 stages. And Nintendo do use this. They use it in Splatoon, most recently with their level creations with the single player stuff. But what they do is they introduce a game mechanic into the stage. And then what you do is, after you've got the person used to that mechanic, then you make it more difficult. So then you throw in a few more elements with that new gimmick, so that the difficulty is thrown in, so then the challenge is presented. And then finally, at the end, is they change it up a little bit. Like, they increase the, shall we say, I don't know what I'm trying to say here. This was a good idea when I thought about it, okay? But they just mix it up. So it's the same thing, but it's slightly different. Anyway, I'll show you what I mean by this. So like I said, we got this here. And obviously you can place enemies like I have done here with Goombas or whatever. But here's the challenge now. Now we've got a Koopa in the middle here. And the platform has changed locations, even though that's not going to be much of a challenge. But this is still slowly getting you used to the idea of what you're going to feature in this level. Now, just because I just have this feature in this level does not mean that that's what you have to do with your stage. You can mix in several different... this is just an idea, a concept. But you can throw in lots of different concepts, but as long as you introduce them in a nice way, and then throw in the challenge so the player knows exactly what to expect, but then they're wondering, what's the twist going to be? So the challenge comes here. Now we have no floor, and now there's no middle platform. And then what you want to do after that, I've thrown into here actually, now that it's reminded me as we go along, is after this little challenge, say, you want to reward the player, because then they feel rewarded. So here you've just got coins up in there, you've got the mushroom pickup in there. So then you want to throw in some more power-ups. So we've got, if you've managed to succeed with the mushroom power-up, you get the fire flower power-up. and more coins. So then the player feels rewarded. Also, to introduce the fire flower mechanic, we've thrown in a bunch of enemies. So then it'll be a lot easier to take them on with the power up rather than not. So you're rewarding them, but at the same time helping them. So if you get my drift. So that's good level design. Is now I've got this power up, let's use it. Don't give me a power up and then say, oh well, it's going to be useless over the course of this next part. Reward them with the power up. That's essential. I'm being very educational today. I am recording in the day as well. This is the only time I could find myself recording this. I've been busy doing other things. Not that. Although I don't know what you're thinking about. I don't read minds. So yes, again the challenge is introduced. This time it's been changed up. Now the platform, the breakable, the question mark block is in the middle, but you get rewarded with a 1-up life if you succeed there, and a Yoshi egg. I don't know, I'm just mixing it up now. And then once again you get rewarded. Have you got the mushroom power up still? You get the fire flower. And then you benefit from it, because now I've changed it up. Now the gimmick has completely changed the level idea, because now there's enemies on the actual moving platform, which hasn't happened through the rest of the stage. So you've changed it up and you've added a new element of surprise just to end it off. So that's that. And then I just put a boss in the end, because every level needs a boss in the end, and it can be as easy or as hard as you want it to be, except try and throw in elements from the stage into the boss fight. I haven't done that here, but hey, it's just the enemies and Bowser Jr. and a clown car. It's not that difficult. So let's play through it. So here you go, look, the arrows are pointing up, so saying, oh, I must have to write this up. And I placed the platform in a place where you can easily jump onto it straight off the bat. So there you go. Now you're being rewarded. Right, and you're used to that gimmick. Like I said, this doesn't have to be a constant. You can throw in other elements. This is just an idea. I do have another stage to show off in a minute to show you that Nintendo does utilize this stratagem, shall we say. So I'm just being a goof here. So yeah, now comes the challenge. We have to clear the gap. I can kill this guy up here, and I feel good about it. I'm going to throw him over there, and then I'm going to get the power up. I'm going to go, yay, I got the fire flower. Now can I use it after I get these coins? The answer is, of course, oh, look at all these enemies. I'm going to kill them with my fire flower. I feel good about this. It's nice. You don't have to make the levels as sad as this. Like I said, I'm just giving examples. You're being educated today. You're going to feel more intelligent coming out of this. I hope. When it comes to level designing. Because the really hard Mario Maker levels you find usually just throw shit at you right from the start, and you feel like you can't do it, you don't want to play it, you feel unrewarded. And here's the boss. So I did the little, the change up gimmick there. Yoshi, come back, you moron. Stop running away like a baby. I'm gonna get Bowser Jr. He's gonna throw hammers at me first, because I've given him wings. He does that. He hates the wings being on him, he throws the hammers. So there we go, and I'm done. So that's a basic design example of level design that can be effective, it's rewarding, and people like it. Instead of, like I said, people make really hard Mario Maker stages, and straight off the bat they just throw everything at you, and you're like, I'm not used to this, and I can't go through the level and feel good about myself and feel rewarded. I mean, you don't have to make them as simplistic, like I said, as this. But you can, you know, bring them in. It's like almost like a pitch idea. It's like, it's not going to start well if you just throw in the most extreme thing straight away. You have to slowly build up to it. And then people are like, oh man, this is a good challenge, and I'm used to it, so why am I sucking at it so bad? That's down to their skill level, you see. So I'm just going to load another level here. Excusez-moi. Where are we? Okay, here we go. So you've already got a fair idea of what I'm going to show here. I don't care. So this is a familiar sight, right? We're back to classic Mario. So this is because this mechanic right here, all of this stuff right here, this is from the first level of the first Mario game. And what they do is I'll just show you. So if you, because people back then wouldn't be used to platforming, they wouldn't realize that, oh, if I press forward and the jump button, I can jump forward as well. So if they screw that up, then they just fall down, and it's all safe. So now they've learned their mistake, and they can learn how to jump from one to the other. And then, in the same level, they throw in this, now, with a pit. So then they throw it, so then now you have to make the jump, because if you make that same mistake twice, it's your fault, and not the game's. So you see what I'm getting at here with decent level design. You want to tell the player, you want to inform the player, this is what's going to happen if you don't learn. And then you throw in the part where it's going to kill them if they fuck it up. So I'm just going to continue playing on through this one. So now I've put my own twist in. This isn't in the actual game, but I thought, well, if you want the twist ending, stick a circular saw in there. So now they have to time when they have to jump, which will be now, because if you jump while it's up in the air, you're going to die. So that's your mistake. What else have we got? I'm just going to go back into this. So the other level mechanic they introduce is these. They've just introduced a cannon, which fires these cannon things, and then the challenge would be put more of them down. And maybe if you really wanted to, make them fire something different, but that would be too extreme. Again, introduce it in a nice way, so you could put another cannon down and have it fire a Goomba or something, I don't know. And then it would be introducing them in a nice way. An even nicer way would be to put blocks in front. So if they run into it, then they would have to jump over and then experience the Goombas being put into here, you see. So then they would just be in the pit. So then they could be avoided, but at least the person now knows that what's coming up. And then finally, here's the twist. So I made the cannon actually fire Goombas. Shut up, you down there. And then this one actually fires homing ones. So there's the twist. So yeah, you see what I mean. Same here with Thwomps. It's like, don't make levels as bad as this, jeez. Like I said, I'm just giving examples. I've made better levels than this, Jesus. But of course, you're going to run along, and then you're going to run into the wall, and the Thwomp's going to come down. So you're like, right, the Thwomp is going to come down if I'm underneath it. So now I can either jump over it or go underneath it. Not that dangerous. Now we throw in the gimmick. It's like the wall is now on the other side. So now if I fuck up, I still need to jump over the wall, but now I need to get it right so I don't get hit. And then of course the twist ending is now the pillar has turned into a cannon, and the Thwomp is much bigger. So that's the twist ending. So you see what I'm getting at here? Oh, and here's a nice little, like I said, another example of a boss you could make. So the boss is the Thwomp, and I have to get one of these to land on top of him. The challenge, and then that happens, and everyone's happy. Celebrate fireworks. It's so pretty. So you get the idea of what I mean here. So with that being said, I'm going to start off fresh. And we're going to see what I can actually make with this mechanic. Because I've done it in a lot of my levels as well. I'm not going to show some off now because I can't remember which ones exactly employ that technique. See, if you really want to be an idiot, you can be an idiot. I mean, there's nothing wrong. I mean, it's a free world out there, and it's not against the law to make a terribly bad level design or one that you just want to make just for the hell of it, and just see how things go when it comes to the physics and everything. You know, that's the nice way to introduce levels and put them out there to the world, is introduce your theme for the level in a nice way, and then throw in the challenge, and then put in the twist at the end that's going to throw people a little bit off and say, whoa, that's new. So that's a nice level design. So let's have a look at what I got here for the next 15 minutes or so. I'm gonna not make this part as long as I usually make it. So let's use one of these. We'll have him down there. And in fact, I'll change the theme back to this. And we'll have the castle, because why not? So we'll say that's the new mechanic, and I'll put like a him up there. So you have to travel underneath him, and he goes around like that. It's a nice way of introducing it, okay? So then we can put a bit more challenge here and there. I'm going to put the goal all the way to the end, so we can store this stuff. Bear with me. I'm putting Flora down. Oops, a daisy. Oh, hang on. Can I undo that? No. I've just screwed it all up again, haven't I? Okay, never mind. We'll just make the floor as we go. So now, what you could do even is make it go the other direction. So now you've got to avoid it coming the other way instead. And we'll actually have him up here as well. Don't extend him out, please. So then he's coming down towards you, so you've got to avoid him. Again, a nice way of introducing it. And then we can have, we'll have another pillar. I'll have another one of you. Except this time, a bit more dangerous, we'll have him this way. So then that happens. But again, that's a nice way of introducing it. So you can be as nice as you want, or you can be as ugly as you want. It doesn't matter when you introduce the new game change, as long as you introduce it in a nice way and then give them the challenge. And I mean, and that's how you do it. So then he's going that way, except we'll put it down this way. Do you feel me? Don't worry, I'm going to play some levels in a minute, sod it. Just to see if anyone's actually utilised that little trick. And you'll know what I mean then. So then the twist would be now, or the more challenging aspect would be now there's two of them. So hang on a minute, I need to know how that works. Right, you need to go like this. So then you've got a little bit more difficulty going in there. Then you'd have to jump through the middle, like so. So yeah, you get the idea. I think I'm gonna actually just jump into people's levels now, because yeah, it's a bit of a twist for you there at the end. It's like, I thought he was gonna be making levels. No. That's why I said it's probably going to be the last part for that. Let's have a look at courses, shall we? Oh dear. Ooh, a ghostly canyon. Oh, obviously some levels can look really fancy and stuff. This guy has got a lot of medals, and there's probably a reason for that. Because this is looking very artistic. But does it play well? Because I'm always one to say, yeah, it's got the graphics, but is the gameplay good? That's a different way of introducing a mushroom there. Don't have to hit a question mark block. Oh look, hello. we can go down here. Multiple routes. Exactly what I wanted. Now, how do we get through there? I guess I would need something else. Hi, Yosh. I'm here now. Can I just swallow it? Thank you. We're just going a little trick out here, and I'll spit this back out. You just go down there. Oh, here we go. Is he going to smash the blocks? It doesn't matter. I'm not going to go underneath it. I should have left that spring there. Whoops-a-daisy. That'll hopefully do. Go on. Thank you. So yeah, now you know the principal foundation. I mean, like in Splatoon they do it to this day. They introduce the level mechanic. And then for those of you that do have Splatoon, go and check out the single player so you know exactly what I mean. I mean, you've probably already seen it now that I've mentioned it. What is that supposed to do? But they introduce something that's themed for the stage, and they show you how it works, and then they give you the challenge, and then they give you the little twist ending at the end. So yeah, there you go. And they do it in a lot of other the games they make as well. I can't name them off the top of my head right now, but they do. Oh, hello, power block. That's it, just kill everything. We'll go down here. Seems like a good idea. Okay, give me that. Kill ya with it. I am trying to think of other games that Nintendo have utilized it. I'm gonna lose Yoshi. Oh, come on, get him back. Jeez. Just eat these guys. It's a lot easier. There we go. Why am I making things difficult for myself? I have no idea. Sorry if I sound a bit weird and dead. I have been very sleepy and it's an early morning for me. I've only just woken up. That's why I'm probably not ready for it. But hey, I'm doing it. That's the important thing. Unlike last week where I didn't get a chance. That was a good level, I guess, so give it the old star, even though he doesn't need it probably because he's got too many medals. Anyway, exit. Moving on. Have we got any more decent looking something old? What's something old? I hate clickbait because I click it. Well, it is something old because it's the old game. If that's what you meant by it, then that's really cheap. But hey, that's what clickbait was all about. Whoa. Oh god. Well, that happened. I'm glad I'm not the only one that's done that. At least 4 other people have suffered the same fate as me. Somewhere. I'm just jumping on you. Yep. I'm going to be recording something else after this as well. I think I screwed that up. Oh no, maybe not. Whoa! There we go. Well, that was pretty simplistic. Again, you could throw my level design idea out the window and just make the course just generally easy like that. But then there wouldn't be the challenge, so there wouldn't be the reward at the end that you've done it. So, you know what I mean by good level design? That's what I mean at the end of the day. It's going to fill the player, it's going to reward the player, and it's going to make the games, make the level slowly more challenging. This one's called Good Luck. Do I get it? Or is that an unfortunate twist of events? Oh jeez, what the see what I mean? You just throw in something unexpected right at the beginning. It's like, why? Why? Why all these lives? Why everything? Where? It's nice and all, but it's also very weird. What happens if I go through this door? I get a chain jump up my ass. You see what I mean? Is this a good level design? Is it? No, it is not. I get a checkpoint and then I run directly into a saw through a wall. What is this bull?
Oh no!
Well, I can't wall jump through there, apparently. It was worth a shot, though. But I don't think it was supposed to work. Sometimes you can make the gameplay trial and error. There's nothing wrong with that, but, you know. As long as you put a checkpoint in right next to the point where you put the trial and error thing, because otherwise you've got to do the whole level again, only to come up to the trial and error thing and go, this is what I shouldn't be doing next time. Because otherwise it's just horrible. So yeah. Don't do it. In other words. This is not one of those games where you need trial and error, essentially, because you can only put one checkpoint down. So it's like, ugh. Unless you want to make the level that hard and be a bitch and be horrible. But hey, people do that, there's no problem with it. But if you want to make decent levels and have people praise you for it, then my technique is the way to go. Just mix it all up, baby. Anyway, I don't know which one to pick. In fact, I may call it a day because time is running thin. I didn't really have that was the only idea I had for this part. But either way, I'm going to thank everyone for watching. Hope you did enjoy this part. I need a drink because my throat is sore. For some reason. Even though I haven't been talking that excitedly. But I will be next time because I'll be playing more of your guys' levels. And I won't be being picky about it. I'll just go straight in. And if you do want to leave me your level designs and watch me be impressed or unimpressed by them, I don't know. Depends on what happens in them and how they've been made. But leave your level code in the comments below. Ta-da! And I'll play it next time. And that's probably what I'll be doing for the rest of this playthrough. But hey, I enjoy it. I love platform games and I love the challenge. Either way, no matter how much you make your platform levels difficult, I enjoy it. As long as it looks like it's physically possible and I'm gonna chew off my head right from the beginning. Yeah, but you can do that if you want and see me flip out. But either way, yeah, I'm gonna see you however and whenever. More of this to come next weekend. After Christmas, that'll be. So I'll say Merry Christmas to those watching this beforehand, or even on it. I don't know when you're watching it. But yeah, next weekend I'll see you however and whenever for more Mario Maker anyway. But there's obviously more games to come this weekend anyway. So stay tuned, and I'm going to close it off because I'm just muttering. I am definitely just woken up. I need to go and have another lie down again. That's me. I'm just up and down. So yes, I'll say goodbye. Goodbye! Yeah.